Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, November 24, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Detroit Pistons vs Milwaukee Bucks. The Detroit Pistons have been struggling a bit defensively this year, as they are allowing 108.3 points, which is currently 20th in the league. In their previous game against the Los Angeles Lakers, they gave up 121 points on 45 of 92, 48.9% overall, 10 of 31, 32.3% from deep, and 27 trips to the free throw line. If they can figure out how to force misses more consistently, it will really help them improve as a team. Our first betting advice is to pick Milwaukee Bucks -14. Milwaukee is averaging 108.6 points per game. They scored 123 points in their last game, making 46.8% of their field goals and 40% of their three-pointers. Jrue Holiday led the way for Milwaukee with 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Pat Connaughton finished with 17 points and 6 rebounds, while Giannis Antetokounmpo added 12 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 blocks. Milwaukee has also played well defensively, giving up 107.1 points per game. They gave up 92 points in their last game and will need another solid defensive effort if they want to get the win. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Utah Jazz vs Oklahoma City Thunder. Utah's last 3 wins were against Philadelphia, who was without Embiid, Toronto without Anunoby, and finally over Sacramento, who fired their coach a couple of days ago. The loss to Memphis is inexplicable, as well as the way they left Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open, who nailed that three-pointer in the final seconds. The Grizzlies shot 44% from the field and 37% on three-pointers, but the most impressive thing is that Utah allowed Memphis to go 27 times to the free throw line, unable to defend without fouling. It also didn't help that they had 14 turnovers against the Grizzlies. Our first betting advice is to pick Oklahoma City Thunder +13. The Thunder are dead last in the NBA, averaging 98.7 PPG and 40.8% from the field. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averages a team-best 20.4 PPG, but sat out in the Thunder's last game against Atlanta and is questionable for Wednesday with an ankle sprain. If the Thunder's best player is unable to go, the team's top scorer on the floor will be Dortz, who has put 16.6 PPG. Rookie Josh Giddey is averaging 10 PPG and a team-best 7.3 rebounds. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Chicago Bulls vs Houston Rockets. The Chicago Bulls have been a solid defensive team this season as they are 8th in the NBA, giving up just 103.9 points per game. In their previous game against the Indiana Pacers, they allowed 109 points on 40 of 90, 44.4% overall, 13 of 31, 41.9% from beyond the arc, and 18 trips to the free throw line. If they can defend the three a little better, it will really help them regain their position defensively. Our first betting advice is to pick Houston Rockets. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Rockets have struggled to put the ball in the hoop this season. Houston ranks dead last in the league with an adjusted -10.9 net rating through 17 games. The Rockets also own the worst defensive rating in the league with an adjusted 97.9 mark, more than 3.0 points fewer than the next lowest team. On defense, Houston ranks 17th in the league with an adjusted 108.8 defensive rating. Our second betting advice is to pick under Miami Heat versus Minnesota Timberwolves. Larry Brown, as general manager, has put together some wonderful teams in Miami, first Wade and Shaq, then the Big Three with LeBron, and now this team is not far from the others, even if it does not have such bombastic names. Having been able to sign PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry gives us an idea of what they are after, and that is nothing more than forming a solid defensive unit. They also signed veteran Markieff Morris, who knows what it means to be a champion, having done it with the Lakers during the Orlando bubble. Our first betting advice is to pick Miami Heat +1. Minnesota is averaging 121 points in their last 3 outings. Considering how well they're playing defensively, they could make some noise on Wednesday night if they can continue to get buckets. It'll obviously be easier said than done against what has been a shutdown effort from the Heat defensively. They aren't giving opponents a chance to breathe, and it could be a tall task for the up-and-down offense for the Wolves to make a splash in this game. Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards are both averaging 20+ points, while D'Angelo Russell isn't too far behind with an average 18.3 points per game. The problem for Minnesota is the lack of offensive firepower behind their Big Three. There's no one else to consistently pick up the slack if one or more of those guys fizzle out. Our second betting advice is to pick under Portland Trail Blazers versus Sacramento Kings. The Trail Blazers have now recovered quickly by winning their last 4 games to move to 10-8 for the season. They beat the Denver Nuggets 119-100 in their previous game. CJ McCollum scored 32 points for the Trail Blazers, while Damian Lillard managed 25 points. The Blazers had 28 fast break points and kept the Nuggets to just 2 in the same metric. The Kings have not enjoyed a great season to date. In fact, they have lost their last 4 games to fall to 6-12 for the season. In their previous game, they were beaten 102-94 by a depleted 76ers team. As reported by AP, Gentry was promoted to interim coach after the Kings fired Luke Walton on Sunday. Gentry most recently served as head coach for the New Orleans Pelicans, 2015-20. He's also had head coaching stops with Miami, Detroit, the Los Angeles Clippers and Phoenix. Our first betting advice is to pick the Blazers at -2.5. The Sacramento Kings did fire Luke Walton and faced the injury-depleted Philadelphia 76ers, who played the second of back-to-back games, but all of that didn't help them to get a win. Alvin Gentry's side suffered a 102-94 home loss and failed to cover a -5 spread. It was the 4th consecutive time Sacramento failed to cover an 8th in 9 games, so they now stand at a 7-11 Austrian shillings record. Recklessness with the ball in hands in combination with a poor fourth quarter cost the Kings a win against the Sixers. Sacramento scored only 12 points in the final 12 minutes and committed 14 turnovers opposite Philadelphia's 7. The Portland Trail Blazers got their 3rd consecutive victory, which is their best run so far in this campaign. After wins against the Raptors and Bulls, the Blazers defeated another Eastern Conference side, the Philadelphia 76ers. Still, Portland couldn't cover a -7.5 spread, the first time in 3 games they failed to do so. Right now, they have a 7-10 Austrian shillings record. Damian Lillard led the Blazers in a 118-111 win with his best display of the season. Lillard posted season-high 39 points with team-high 7 assists and game-high 3 blocks. CJ McCollum added 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 dishes. Norman Powell scored 17, while Jusuf Nurkic recorded a double-double of 11 points and game-high 11 boards and 2 thefts. Our second betting advice is to pick under 224.